Hello and welcome back. I'm Ben and I cover meta, paid social, and D2C growth every week. Here's a problem every scaling brand eventually runs into. You're making more creatives, on the surface everything looks fine, CPAs hold in, ROAS is okay, but if you pull your reach data you'll see something uncomfortable. The same people are seeing your ads on repeat. Your frequency is creeping up and the percentage of genuinely new people you're reaching every month is falling. That's your early warning sign. It means your future performance is already weakening, usually 6 to 8 weeks before you actually feel it in your CPA and your cost to acquire new customers, your CAC. Partnership ads fix this. That's what this video covers, how they work, the 3 types running on Meta right now, and exactly how to start this week. To understand why partnership ads work, you need to understand what changed about how Meta shows ads. The old approach was about audience buckets. Meta grouped people together based on what they bought, what they watched, and what they browsed. Lookalike audiences, interest tags, the campaign structure did all the work, as well as the targeting. Creative was almost an afterthought. That's not how it works anymore. Meta now reads the ad itself, the format, the message, who it's coming from, and decides in real time who it's most likely to resonate with. Practically speaking, your targeting is no longer set in your campaign structure. It lives in the creative. The handle sending the ad, the format, the message, and those are now the signals Meta uses to find the right audience. Now, this leads us to an idea sometimes called soulmate theory. The idea is simple. There's a perfect ad for every person, the right message, the right format, the right identity. Your job is to give Meta enough variety that it can find the right match for more people. And that's exactly why identity matters so much now. Running the same ad from a different handle doesn't just change the face of the ad. It changes the signals Meta gets, which means it reaches completely different people. Meaning, more is not enough. 10 versions of the same ad reaches the same audience 10 times. Only genuinely different formats and ideal client avatars and messaging reach genuinely different people. Identity is the new lookalike audiences. Different handles and different pages, different creators bring different context windows. The algorithm uses those context windows to find the people who belong in them. And every new identity you add is a new signal set. Every new signal set is a new audience segment that the algorithm can use to find new customers. And every new segment means more growth runway. So, before we get into the setups, one metric you need to be tracking is first-time impression ratio. It's simple. It's the percentage of your total ad impressions that reach people who have never seen your brand before. It tells you how much genuinely new audience you're reaching each month. The target is 10 to 20% monthly. You don't need it to be 50 or 60%. Most people need multiple touch points before they buy, so repeat exposure is fine, but you need a steady flow of new people entering the top of the funnel. If it drops below 10%, you're mostly recycling the same pool of people, and when that happens, growth gets harder. Even if your current CPA still looks okay, this is one of the best leading indicators in paid social. Track it monthly. So the minimum monthly target is 10%. Below this, reach is stagnating. You're mostly reserving people who've already seen you. But ideally, the healthy upper benchmark is 20% in terms of first-time impression ratio. You don't need 50 to 60%. People need 4 to 5 touch points before converting, but you need consistent new people coming in. The warning window is 6 to 8 weeks. When ratio starts declining, performance gets harder. 6 to 8 weeks later, CPA looks fine today, it won't in 2 months. And again, here's what declining looks like. Frequency creeping up, new visitor percentage falling, CPA holding up, but only because you're converting the easiest to convert people in the existing pool. Once that pool thins, there's nobody left, and you can't fill it fast enough. Pull it from Meta Ads Manager report, ask your Meta rep for first-time impression ratio data, or proxy it via your website new visitor percentage segmented by creative identity. Track it monthly and make it a standing metric in every performance review. And here's why partnership ads are so effective at fixing this. When every ad comes from your brand page, Meta reads it through the lens of your brand's entire history on the platform. The audience it builds is limited by everything your brand account has already learned. When you run that same creative from a creator's handle, Meta gets a completely fresh read. It looks at that creator's audience, their content patterns, their engagement history, different signals different people reach. And that's the whole idea. You're not changing the creative, you're changing who it comes from, which changes who sees it. So it's 3 layers for the diversity pyramid. The top layer is the identity layer, who it comes from, the multiplier. Same message plus same format times different identity equals a completely different audience pool. In the middle, we have the format and the vehicle how you're saying it, whether that's a UGC, podcast, static, founder video, AI creative, different vehicles reach different people. And at the base, we have messaging and angle. And that's what you're saying, essentially. The insight, the pain, the offer shared across different identity variations. Now, Think of your creative stack as a pyramid. At the bottom, your message and angle, in the middle, your format, at the top, your identity. The first type is partnership ads. This is Meta's official version, and it's the one to prioritize in 2026. Inside Ads Manager, there's a partnership ad selector. You find the creator, Meta sends them a request, they approve it, and the ad runs from their handle or a combination of both. What makes it powerful is that Meta decides dynamically whether to show the ad from your handle, the creator's handle, or both, based on what's most likely to convert for each person. More ways to optimize. And one thing to know here is you can't manually target the creator's specific audience. You're trusting Meta's algorithm to find the right people. For most use cases, that's actually fine. But the whole point is to let the algorithm do the work. Now, the second type is third-party positioning. This is running ads from a purpose-built identity, not your brand, not a creator, but a page built around a specific niche or problem or persona. Think of pages like, for example, ADHD hacks or menopausal moms, or something that feels like a community or an expert, but not like a brand. And the funnel runs like this. Ad from that identity goes to an editorial-style landing page or an advertorial that explains the problem and positions your product as the answer. And next, we have a product page to convert. No hard sell up front, education first. And this works because the identity does the pre-qualifying. Someone engaging with an ADHD focused page is already primed for a focus supplement ad before they even read the copy. And you can build these pages yourself for free using any landing page building software. You can find them on Shopify apps, and it's pretty simple. The only real cost is community management. The comments on those ads need someone watching them. And we're talking about the Facebook pages here. If we're talking about advertorials, you can build them using landing page software on Shopify. But in terms of brand pages or community or expert-led pages, then you'd actually need someone managing the comment section and helping replying to people, making sure that the page is engaging and not just using the avatar for no reason. The third type is traditional whitelisting, and this is running ads from a celebrity or large creator's personal account. Two things to know up front. First, Meta is sunsetting this setup in 2026. If you're using it, plan to migrate to partnership ads. Second, the signal quality it gives the algorithm isn't as strong as the newer setup. That said, there's still one scenario where it makes sense. When you're working with someone who has a huge, highly engaged following and you want to run budget specifically against their audience, the ability to target that existing fan base with journey-based creative, their before and after story with your product can still deliver strong results. Use it intentionally while it lasts. And before you brief a single creative, spend an hour in these ad libraries. For example, Pet Lab Go, Space Goods, Trip, Mindful Chef, Heights, IM8, Perival, Vlory, and what to look for is that are they running from multiple handles, which they are, what creative format pairs with each identity, and click the ad and check if the landing page continue with the same message and tone, and that consistency from ad to landing page is where most of the conversion work gets done. For example, IM8 is worth extra attention. They run a high volume of ads through doctors and health experts, which gives human credibility built into the creative from the start. In a world flooded with AI-generated ads, that's very hard to replicate. 4 metrics to track once you're running. The CPMR is your cost per thousand accounts reached. Different from the standard CPM because it factors in frequency, and if you're reaching the same people over and over, CPMR rises even if CPM stays flat. You want it stable or falling. The second metric is new visitor percentage on your site. Partnership and third-party creatives should pull a higher new visitor rate than your brand baseline. That gap is your proof that they're reaching genuinely new people. The third metric you need to be looking out for is first-time impression ratio that we've already discussed previously in this video. And you need to pull this monthly if you're meta rep, and 10 to 20% is your target. And the fourth thing is CPA versus actual acquisition cost per identity. And some creator relationships reach genuinely new customers. Others just overlap with who you're already reaching. Knowing the difference tells you where to invest more and gives you leverage when negotiating creator fees. So, 5 things to start this week as an action plan in terms of something practical that you can actually do and apply. Number 1, look internally first. Founder account, team member with relevant experience, a niche page you can spin up in a day, free identity assets you can inject into the account right now. Use what's available, don't make it too complicated. Second, go through your top UGC from the last 30 days. Which creator made your best performing assets? Contact them and pitch a 30-day partnership ad agreement. Running existing creative from their handle often improves CPM and fresh reach straight away. No new content needed. 3. Do your keyword research. Use Google Search Console or any keyword tool. Find the long tail keywords and questions your customers are searching around the problem you solve. Those are your advertorial briefs. build pages around them, and run on both Meta and Google. Number 4, build a swipe file. Go through the 8 ad libraries I mentioned, tag each example by identity type, create a format, and what the landing page looks like. 1 hour of this research is worth more than most briefs. And number 5, extend your winners post-click. When a partnership ad starts working, build a landing page that continues that identity's tone and message. Create an email flow in the same voice. The more consistent the experience from ad to lander to email, the better your conversion rate. And better conversions send better signals back to Meta, and it compounds. Here's what all of this comes back to. Meta's algorithm is only as good as what you feed it. If everything runs from the same brand page, in the same style, Meta keeps finding the same people. That's not a budget problem, it's a diversity problem. And every identity you add is a new signal set. Every new signal set reaches a different pool of people. That's how you scale spend without watching CPA climb. Keep your first time impression ratio between 10 and 20% and make that number your North Star and not just CPA. Like and subscribe and drop partner in the comments and I'll send you the full setup checklist, all 3 identity types and a creative brief framework for each, and the measurement template. Again, like and subscribe if this was useful. I'll have new videos every week coming in on what's actually working in Meta Paid Social. Thank you and see you in the next one.